Hey, pony people, and welcome to Fanning Out, My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, a My Little Pony reaction series. I am your happy as ever noob. We still are without Mackenzie this week. I'm so sorry. She will be returning, but in the meantime, we have a great new episode ahead of us called the Saddle Row Review. I was hankering for some Applejack action, some Apple Jackson. Anyway, Saddle Row Review. Let's get to it, shall we? Let's do this.
I was wondering when all of you were going to show up.
Oh boy.
Now we can all read the review together!
Oh no.
I have an idea. How about we don't read it?
That was absurd.
No spoilers! Rarity and her friends after the opening to get the inside scoop. And what a scoop it was!
Oh no. We're reenacting the whole thing. I guess it makes sense since
kid,
we didn't see it originally.
Opened a shop in Maine.
J. Jonah Jameson, the pony?
Here's how it's gonna be.
Well, I was wondering how...
Let's get started. What made you think you could tackle it on your own?
Well, I wouldn't say all over Equestria. One in my hometown of Ponyville, and one in Canterlot. Still,
Let's just say that if I could choose, I probably wouldn't do it that way again.
well, it wasn't the funnest party ever.
It was a plum-puckered, pig-pushing disaster.
After a lifetime of awesome, I think every pony's allowed to mess up every now and then, right?
It didn't go exactly how I thought it would, but it, started out all right.
Someone's got to teach you when you speak to the press. Unless you specifically make it off the record. It's not off the record.
If it's supposed to be the most fashionable block of shops, where's Stinky Bottom's Discount Hat Emporium?
I suppose it didn't make the cut.
Here it is! Stinky bottom.
Rarity, for you.
Rarity,
Everything
slowly.
starts off this
Are
way.
you sure you'll be ready to open tonight?
Tonight? Good luck.
No need to fret over a mere moderate amount of preparation. We'll be ready for the grand opening tonight.
Rarity!
You
so
should
good to
give
see
yourself at
you.
least a week
Your
here.
Store, it's going to be a very good place, I think.
Mr.
Gangster.
Stripes owns the building.
Love my ear.
He
The
sounds like
hay in
Despicable
my
Me
roof. You
grew.
let her work with you.
I'm dreadfully busy preparing for tonight's grand
It's interesting that he looks like he
As
could be
you
her
can
father.
see,
Sell my entire mini furniture collection to make my daughter happy. You understand?
I just don't think it's going to be possible.
Oh, I love that.
Let
Throw the
me
arm off.
say another way. Hire her or I raise rent until you no can afford.
Oh, welcome aboard.
Instead of clothes, we sell glow-in-the-dark teeth!
Like this.
What? They glow in the dark!
Golly, what a
Huh?
splendid idea.
Hard to believe that that's his daughter.
Glow-in-the-dark teeth. What was she thinking? Wait, is this my merchandise shipment from Ponyville? It's completely disorganized. Car horns and disorganized clothes and dance music? Am I forgetting anything?
Raccoons.
What am I going to do?
I know things haven't gone perfectly so far.
Postpone? Darling, tonight is the last night of the fall season. If we don't open tonight, it won't be...
Perfect. We can do this, and we can stay true to your vision.
You do that? Fluttershy, you'll handle those strong-smelling raccoons for me? Of course.
And I can go upstairs to that non-stop party and have tons of fun and eat some cake and set up party cannons and then make them be quiet.
That's
I'm
right.
pretty sure I know some pony who wouldn't mind organizing this merchandise shipment for you.
Twilight.
I'm talking about myself.
Yeah.
Rarity for you is all about... Oh, what would I do without you?
I just wouldn't want her to miss out on the coolest new music straight from the back alley underground zips-up party scene.
Nice.
I'd play the whole thing if I were you, no matter what other ponies think. Rarity for you is only hiring the best of the best. And to me, that means the fastest. Now,
I guess it did
before we
work
begin,
with Pinky.
who can be the first one to tell me what fabric is?
That's organza.
Are you sure?
It's a thin, plain weave, sheer fabric traditionally made from silk, so...
I don't know the first thing about clothes. Pretty much all I can do is look at something and tell you if it's clothes or not. This chair? Not clothes.
Hello, Smokey. Soft Pad. Smokey Jr. I have some... Oh, I'd like you all to stay here forever, but... What would Rarity want?
This job was perfect for her.
Just keep guessing fabrics. Daddy, Rarity's friend doesn't like my ideas.
Spoon clothes is good idea.
How did this happen?
I shut down the party.
I told plaid stripes no.
I asked the raccoons to leave.
I asked a lot of fabric questions. Just like I thought Rarity would want.
Rarity asked us to help her with everything because she knows all of us so well. She knows how much you care for animals. She'd trust you to solve the problem your way.
The place is yours, if you want to stay. Though I would like to ask you all just one favor.
What's all this?
The whole place organized by style. It was some of my best work.
Oh, I knew I could count on you.
Yay!
Right. I suppose this is the moment of truth. Rarity for you is now open.
I mean, it still came together. I don't think the review could possibly say something bad.
Prepared for such a crowd.
My name's Blue Bobbin. I'll be your personal shopping assistant this evening.
Right this way, every pony. And one of our talented sales ponies can help you out. Honestly, they were all pretty slow, but they finished the race. Plus, they knew a lot more about fabric than I did. So, I hired them all.
Is Rarity gonna be happy with this? Yeah, I didn't think so.
The way I see it, Rarity designs fashion, DJ Pone 3 designs beats. What better combination than a boutique dance club?
After a quick bath, they were more than willing to help.
Ah, a blue corn reduction with shallot confit. But how can I possibly enjoy it without a... Exquisite! This is the most whimsical and wonderfully fashionable boutique I've ever seen.
In the end, Rarity's grand opening was a smashing success. True, it got off to a rocky start, but somehow this ragtag group of ne'er-do-wells, oh, heavens, I think he means you, came together and created the perfect boutique, combined with the expertise of her friends. This reporter, for one, is a believer. Why didn't you tell me there were so many problems?
We all figured you had enough on your mind.
And we didn't want you to think that the opening wasn't perfect.
Ne'er-do-wells or not, I know I can always
Isn't
count
that
on all
a
of
super
you.
villain in this?
Nothing could be more perfect than that.
Oh, guys. Well, I was definitely wrong about it being an Applejack episode. I could have swore. But I need to remember that this is My Little Pony, which means a lot of the references are in correlation with ponies. And just because I see the word saddle does not mean that it's country. I mean, we had them all in it, but this was a fun one. I have to say, you know, Rarity in the beginning of this series started off as like a character that I wasn't like super connected to. I didn't care that much for. No offense to you, Mackenzie. But like she does have like some of the absolute best episodes, I have to say. This was a very fun episode. And I love when you get to see all the ponies doing their thing and, you know, using their strengths and what they're best at. And like, at first I was like, why did you choose Pinkie Pie to shut down the party? And then I was like, well, compared to everyone else, I mean, you need someone who's direct, and that tends to be Applejack. You need someone who's good with animals. That is, of course, Fluttershy. You need someone who's good at organizing. Of course, Twilight. And yeah, I just thought it was a little odd that she would have chosen Pinkie Pie for the party. But I think in the grand scheme of things, everything worked out. And I loved the comedy throughout this episode. There was so much. It felt almost like Modern Family, but animated. I kind of wish that they'd make more animated shows like this, like that like, you know, handheld camera style method. Actually, that's actually kind of a dope idea. They really should consider doing something like that. Anyway, this was a really funny episode. Everyone in it got to be funny, and that doesn't happen too often. I wish that they would make them all funny like this all the time, because a lot of times it just doesn't go that way. But this was just chock full of, like, to the brim with humor and charm and wit. It was great. I hope I'm going to look up who wrote this episode later, but I hope that they continue to write episodes if it's not like a consistent writer from the past. I want them to keep making more like this. This was definitely maybe not my favorite episode of this whole series. It's in the top 3 for sure. It's in the top 3. Yeah. It's great how it all came together. The message was not perfectly clear necessarily, but it was a really great episode about, once again, teamwork, how everyone has their strengths, and how, you know, you can believe in your friends and their capabilities. So it was great. It was a fun episode. It was perfectly put together. And, you know, I don't know if I said this earlier or not, but Rarity used to not be my fave, but she's not my fave, but she does have some of the strongest episodes. I gotta really reiterate that. She really does have some of the strongest episodes. And this was no different. And, yeah, she's the one who they all kind of have their own strengths, but Applejack kind of stays put. Twilight stays put, but she's got, you know, a new headquarters. And Pinkie Pie and Fluttershy, they also stay put. I guess most of them stay put, but it's Rarity that really stands out in so many ways. So I'm really glad I got an episode like this. It's definitely, like I said, one of my more favorite ones. So I'm becoming redundant, but the point is, it was a really dope episode. I really like how they used everyone, and they surprised me like they always do. And I have to say, this is definitely the funniest episode for me. Like, I want to see more like this across the board. This was great. Everyone in it was funny. It wasn't just Pinkie. It was everyone. And they all had really funny moments. And I truly do think that they need to make like an Office-style animated series like this, because it's really entertaining, the whole handheld camera thing. I think they've done something like that before. But yeah, this is great. This was so great. All the different perspectives. Talking heads, you know, it was so funny. It was perfect. Anyway, guys, as always, I'm rambling, but, you know, thanks so much for fanning out with us. Or me. And Mackenzie. And you. Fan. Mackenzie's a fan. And you're all fans. Out. Bye, pony people.